So I'm live, and it's my camera. Okay, so here I am. Yes, I am taking calls on Blog Talk Radio. The number to call in is 657 383 1845, and I'm only going to be on for the next 15 minutes, so I'm going to seize this opportunity to talk about all the websites that I've been doing. I have a network of websites. This last week, I had a new website go up. It's called wellknownpsychic.com. It's a great website when it comes to me. It has all my books, all my live streaming, videos, radio shows. You can listen to the radio shows here. So it's a really great opportunity to get to know me. A lot of people that call psychics don't really do their research and don't really want to know the personal life of the, don't really do their research and don't really want to know the personal life of the psychic. But like I said earlier, I've been doing this for decades and doing live shows here locally in Los Angeles, and then in New York, pre-recorded or tape shows would go there. And I am currently doing a show there on Wednesday nights at 7:30 California time, 10:30 New York time on Manhattan Neighborhood Network, which is mnn.org, channel 3. And the name of the show is Psy Chic Lifestyle, New Age News. And it's about, the mood of the week, according to the 13th Zodiac sign, Ophiuchus is included. So it's kind of like a take on it. And the wonderful thing is Manhattan Neighborhood Network, their scheduling has a lot to do with the 13th month or the 13th Zodiac sign that has been included since 1994. So really happy to get involved. And once again, throughout the show, I give the mood update for the week according to your sun sign. So it's fun, it's exciting. I have a little bit of creative segments, a lot of pickup tapes. I go around, and when I see unusual things in LA, I take a video of it and include it. So it's a fun show. I'm really enjoying it. I'm getting a lot of views over it. So it's enjoyable. It's work, but it's fun work. So, and also doing the shows here. The reason why I do 12 on Sunday is that I used to be on CRN Talk. And if I want to go back to that time slot, it would be easier just to change the number than the time slot for all of you to be able to reach me on that station if I choose to go back. And then on Friday nights, I used to be on Universal Broadcasting Network, which was pretty much a station that was on Facebook. So the station was incredible. I used to go to Gower Studios every Friday, and that was the reason why it was expensive, because the outreach is good. It had Dr. Drew and a lot of well-named hosts on that programming station. But right now I'm trying to use my production studio here in Los Angeles and be more comfortable and be more personable with all of you that are calling in. So I'm really excited that we've got that going, and we still have some time in the show to take some calls. So you want to pick up the phone, 657-383 1845. That's the number here on Blog Talk. I'm here every Friday between 7 and 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, or in New York between 10 and 11 East Coast time. So, and do watch for me on Sundays, because I'm doing a show Sundays, but it's hit and miss with the programming, because all of us, have things to do usually on the weekends. But Friday, definitely like to start off the week with taking your calls and doing live psychic readings. So I think I'm going to wrap up this show since we don't have any other callers. But I wanted to talk about wellknownpsychic.com. Go online and check out my site. I also have Psychic Love advice with an s.com, which is a wonderful site. That's definitely designed for all of you romantics out there that are calling about relationship questions. So, oh shit. Okay. Oh my gosh. This has been a hectic day. Okay, we do have a caller on the line. So we're going to go to 917. How can I help today? It's Robin Zodiac.
Hi, thanks for taking my call.
Sure. And who's this?
My name is Lisa.
Hi, how can I help, Lisa?
Well, a couple days ago, I asked for a raise for my job accommodation, and I'm waiting to hear back from them if there's anything coming out of that positively.
Yeah, I definitely see it. I do feel like there's seems to be some interference, though. Did you ask like within 2 weeks, or because I feel like it's going to take about 2 months before you actually see the increase. So, has it been 2 weeks already? Mm-hmm.
It's been it's been since the day we filed the papers and stuff. It was in July, and we had a hearing last week, and he said I could come with a decision in about 2 to 3 weeks. And then, if we don't like that decision, we can make an appeal. So that's where that's
at. Okay. Well, I do see that that there's completion with your goal. And so I do feel like you're going to be happy, but I feel like you may have to go through the protocol, because I did feel like it was probably going to take about 8 weeks. That's when I said an interference. So it does feel like you are going to get your raise or an increase of money. But I have to tell you that
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. So we probably have to make an appeal, you're saying.
Probably.
Or come to an understanding.
Yeah. Correct. But I see it happening. Yeah, I see it happening before Christmas. I see it happening before Christmas.
It's not doing badly.
Mm-hmm. Yes, before Christmas. Mm-hmm.
Okay, thank you.
All right, Lisa. Thanks for the call. My pleasure. Okay. Have a great rest of the day. Bye for now. So,
I'll be listening.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I'd like to hear back on that, because it does look like it's going to happen. I see you happy and I see you celebrating, but getting there is, like I said, there's a road that you have to travel. Okay. Okay, so let's see here. Okay. All right. So once again, I do feel very strongly that this is going to be a really good week. Fire signs, there's not much going on with fire signs right now. There's really no planetary circumference coming up next week. So this is going to be a week where fire signs might feel a little drained of energy. It's a really good week for water signs. Water signs, definitely when it comes to creativity or strike of luck or getting things that we want. I should have asked Lisa what her birthday was, because if she's a water sign, it's most likely going to happen. Well, I did see it happening. I just felt that there was some setbacks. And if it's a fire sign, that would explain probably the setbacks. But this week is going to be really good for water, not so good for fire, kind of mediocre for earth signs. And air signs, they do have a lot going on right now with Libra. I feel like this is a really good time for Libra right now, even though it's your spotlight sun sign. I feel like it's kind of always up and down with Libras, but it does feel like it's kind of even keel right now with Libra. So I do feel very strongly that things will be happening um, in the world this week. But I feel like it might have to do with weather, meaning not this week, but next week. This lack of fire in our solar system right now, the planets like reflect the stars, and that's where we get the signs from. Um, there's no reflection in regards to fire signs. Not even Ophiuchus even shows up next week. So that leads me to believe with a lot of air and a lot of water, lack of fire, and with earth, that we could have some severe weather changes. So just wanted to say that. I feel like everybody's pretty much prepared, with this last storm, Florence. It was pretty big and pretty scary, but there's more to come. Also, I live in California, and we haven't had an earthquake in quite a while, but we most likely will because of the volcanoes in Hawaii. And you probably wonder, well, what does that have to do with it? Well, I feel Mother Earth under my feet every day. I don't take grass growing for granted. I feel like that's the way life is, that we're supposed to live life as the universe brings us sunshine and water, and we grow and we learn from our experiences. And I always try to take the positive from every experience, even if it's negative. And maybe I don't see the positive in a situation while I'm going through it, but I always believe that there's a solution to every challenge. And I don't call them problems because I look at everything as challenge. So definitely keeping up on your positive thinking, positive programming, keeping your mind sharp with good things, thinking about good things. When you start to think about thoughts that you don't really want to think about and you don't really have to think about, it's best that you shelf it. What I always recommend is write it down in a notebook and actually physically shelf it in your closet where it should be, and don't really dwell on things from the past because you can't change the past. I always say in my shows, you can change the perspective, but if you're not there yet to even look at the good in a negative situation, then it's a good idea to write it down, shelf it. You purged it. The thought came to mind for a reason, but you don't really want to deal with it right now. So that's a good way of kind of changing your aura, or keeping your force fields very strong and protected with white light, is to constantly think positive. Every negative situation has a positive outcome if you believe so that's what I believe. So yes, I am I'm a positive thinker, but I am human, and we all have our moments where we wished didn't have to go through these challenges in life, but everything happens for a reason. And if you remember that, it's a lot easier to go through. And as a psychic, I've learned too that when I do a reading and maybe the reading isn't the best, outcome, or it may appear not to be what they want to hear, they want it a certain way, we can come up with a solution. You might have to sidestep, a mountain that we should make a molehill, and molehills should be made a mountain. You need some stress in every relationship. But yeah, being able to know that something could possibly come your way is also another way to kind of detract it or deter it. So I focus mostly on the positive when I do readings, because those are the things that I feel will be for sure coming up in readings. Not all the time. I mean, sometimes I have to be a bearer of bad news, and I have gotten some negative feedback. I have actually got some really wonderful feedback this morning, or actually yesterday. So I'm going to turn on my phone. We have a few minutes in the show, so I'm going to do some feedback readings and give you a little bit of indication of what's going on with my psychic readings. So, yeah, I got a client that hadn't called me but 10 years ago, and she even says so in the review. And then I got a 1-star review last week, and it really messes with my money. So it's amazing to me that people don't call when they see a 1-star rating, when the woman purposely called knowing that she was going to ask for the money back. She was disappointed because she didn't have the money in the first place. So as you can tell, we are going off the air. We only have a few more minutes. So tell all your friends, do call me on Friday night between 7 and 8. It's a live show here on Blog Talk and on Ustream. And also watch my reality TV show on Wednesdays, California time at 7:30. That's 10:30 New York time on mnn.org, channel 3. So have a wonderful rest of the week, and I'll talk to you Friday. Bye for now.